Hey folks, what's going on? And welcome back to the WARGROVES of WoE. Of course, I am the heir of Carthage, and I will be leading the Drycha and her angry, malevolent dryads, treekin, spiders, wolves, all manner of beasts from the forest. Honestly, I don't know what it is with CA, but it's like the free content sometimes is as good or even better sometimes than the DLC content. And I think I say free content loosely because I'm pretty sure that you have to own the Wood Elves in order for this to be, like, additional content. And I think there is some stuff that goes to everybody. It may be like this, oh, what is it? It's like the Skaven Chieftain or something. I don't remember everything. They've got a lot of stuff. I don't recall exactly where everything goes. Let's go ahead and put this aspect of the Willow on our Dryads here. And we've got a forest encounter that's about to happen. I want to replenish a few of my units. Let's end a turn and get ready to do that. I'm going to pull up the comments as well from my last episode so that I can answer those in future turn-ins. I should have had this ready, but I did not. It's what I get. Oh well. It's just turn ending right now anyway, and we're not missing anything. Alright, WARGROVES of WoE. Here it is. Sweet. Got the comments all lined up, so I can answer those the next time we get a turn in. So, let's take a look here. Ecocide. As it has always been since the primitive parasitic kind first started building their cities and polluting the lands with their presence, men of the Empire encroach upon the forest from all sides. As they tear the trees from the land brazenly to plow fertile soil that would otherwise home our beloved saplings, you hear that the pain of the insentient? That's quite a word. Flora cry out to you. In seeking vengeance, the Wargrove has snatched some of these Empire men alive, and they are dragged before you screaming and terrified for their lives, just as it should be. What would you do? Make fertilizer from CA! Yes! This is awesome! We can literally turn them into fertilizer. Oh, yes. Durthu would approve if he were here. He would be very happy about this. I've always joked about making fertilizer for the house people. Let's see. Bonus versus infantry melee. Let's go ahead and just aspect to the Willow on these guys too. I don't want to lose the speed. They're already pretty slow as it is. And we're fighting a lot of unarmored stuff right now. We're pretty well healed. Let's go underground so we can reach this forest encounter. I don't know what it is, so hopefully we can handle it. I mean, I got a malevolent tree man, some giant spiders, wolves, treekin, egg clamored, waste talker. Alright, we'll face a foe, vampires. Let's read the story. It says, Strakoi Ghoul King, along with his cannibalistic retinue, have been spotted in the forest. Though monstrous in form, their tale is pitiful. Persecuted by their brethren, they are fleeing in search of sanctuary, so it does not seem that they intend to stay long in the forest. By observing them from a distance, you could show your forces that they have nothing to fear from these wretches, or you could punish them for their desecration. Well, I mean, obviously we're going to punish them. We're an angry tree. Is there any other option? And the answer to that is no. Yeah, these guys are going to be in rough shape here. This is not going to be a fight that goes well for the vampires. And we'll see to it that that's the case. Let's get a couple of comments here. I asked you all what the currency was in the last one. Like, what do these trees use for currency? And Sensko said the currency is probably the bodies of the enemy all mulched up into fertilizer. Maybe it's pounds of fertilizer. That's what it is. Jacob Tan says, I like both of the elf campaigns. Gun campaign is still preferred, though. Yes, and Jacob, the gun campaign will continue. It will continue. I'm just really going all out on this new content because it's new and we haven't had new content for a long time. And I need to get my second computer set up to record the old stuff. It's a little time consuming. I haven't finished it yet. I am gonna finish it. Don't worry, the gun campaign is not dead. The Grom campaign is not dead. They will be finished. I'm just hitting this stuff hard. Like I said, just because we can. That's all. So thank you for the patience for those of you who enjoy that. I'm glad you enjoy it. I love the gun campaign too, and there is no way I'm going to leave it that way. And although some of you may be like, well, he must not like the Grom campaign because he hasn't played it as much. I actually like the Grom campaign a ton. It's just that since it was cinematic, I had a harder time recording batches of it. But yeah, no, I love the Grom campaign. I think it's a ton of fun. I actually don't like this defense thing on. I'm just going to go ahead and Yeah, I'm not going to default to guard mode. Because it's really just certain units that I want to do it, like the Glade Guard. It's 2, turn those guys off, the bats off, the Glade Guard can stay on. Alright, should be good. Alright, here we go. Let's go get in the vampire's face quickly. Which of those units was ranged? Oh, my Waystalker. Speaking of Waystalker, let's give these guys little attention. Let's take our giant spiders and our wolves in and see how they fare against dire wolves. Let's swing around this way. Waystalker fire here. Drycha. Let's get a pendulum spun up here. And probably right on through here ought to be just fine. Alright, spiders, grab that. Excellent pendulum. Remember, vampires are unbreakable, so we're going to want to get some damage that. Now, Strigoi Ghoul King is going to be kind of tough. Let's summon some Dryads here. Is this enfeebling foe? Yes, it is. We'll use that to our advantage. Let's enfeeble Strigoi. Extended effect durations. Let's lay that down. There we go. And it looks like, yeah, our cavalry did great against the dire wolves. No issues here. Even the giant wolves did well. The spiders are really doing great there too. And Drycha has Strigoi. Now Strigoi is going to poison us. That'll hurt a little bit, but we're doing just fine. Our Dryads are having a field day with all these ghouls because they don't have much armor. And it looks like that's going to be the end of the vampires. Yeah, Drycha's tough fight for her. Tough fight, because I think Ghoul King is probably slightly better duelist there in melee, but she did very well. She got a ton of kills with that pendulum. It was very effective. Never underestimate the Penumbral Pendulum. It is a great, great spell. Daniel Olson says, Malevolent Dryad don't have the weak against armor thing, which is cool. Huh. I'll take a look at that. Maybe it's just not written in there, but I don't think they changed much other than adding Frenzy. We'll look at their unit cards and see, but I think that's all they did. Was just add Frenzy. You know what, let's take the cash off these guys. Little cash. Cash Drycha outside. See the Griffin Wood. Oh yeah, let's look at the unit cards here. Yeah, I think it's just because they ran out of room up here. Because their armor-piercing weapon damage is still just 2, so I don't think it's very good. Let's see, Requiem Reforged says that the elves getting a debuff is cool and makes this legendary lord very interesting. It says, and then Bound Blade responded and said, with Drycha, she has a skill that can get rid of the debuffs of the Glamored for her army, and there is a post in the office. Yes, they can get rid of the debuffs for that army as well. Yeah, so there is a way to kind of overcome it, but yeah, it's a neat way to play, and I agree with you, Requiem. It's an interesting way to kind of force you to play tree heavy in some ways with this faction. I like it. I think it's well put together. CA has done a good job with the free content for sure. For the last couple of DLCs, I've been pretty happy with it at least. I don't know. Hopefully you all have too. James Firmer says, from the speculation videos I've seen, I got the impression that Drycha hates the elves and would kill them at every opportunity, like defines her characters. That is correct. She does hate the elves with a fiery wooden passion. And speaking of hate, I hate the Empire. They caught me here and I can't get away from them, so I'm gonna have to fight them. They have a lot more troops than me, which is not ideal. But yes, she does hate the elves. And he said, so I was only expecting some lame exposition from the narrator guy at the starting on why Drycha would be okay with having elves in her faction. Instead, they took it and used it to make her faction unique. I like what they did with Drycha. Yeah, exactly. She does. She hates the elves, and they make her really angry because she thinks they defile her forest. And so it is a nice way of playing, and I agree, and I'm glad you all see it that way too. I think it's fairly neat what they did here. Plus, a little bit of uniqueness in the fact that she has the best forest spirit units, so that's always a bonus. Definitely a bonus. hard group these. I'm gonna get some cavalry. Well, cavalry as it is whenever you are a forest spirit. I think I forgot my bats in the last battle. Get on them! Alright, let's get our cavalry up and let's see if we can knock these guys out real quick. I'm gonna wait until we kind of connect on the attack before I try to pendulum. Swing around out here. Drycha, get in here. There's a double blobbed group right here. Let's get back over here. Get after these skirmishers. Our dryads should do pretty darn good against spears. I'm gonna get these units moving up here closer. Let's watch some of our trees in action as soon as I get some attack orders issued here. Get my spiders. Yeah, so see some of our malevolent forest kin. They are definitely more than a match for these cheap Empire infantry. Way more than a match. Alright, Drycha. Let's get over here. Spiders. Yeah, Dryad's doing good there. Blade Guard, can you all start taking them out? Let's get these Dryads and go up here and help the Treekin. Let's back up just a little bit over here because we don't want to get overextended into these reinforcements. And so let's pull the spiders back. Come help chew up these crossbows a little more. And let's get our Blade Guard to move up. Pop up here, Drycha over this way. Yeah, see, Dryads just do fantastic, especially these ones, the way we have them buffed up with the different aspects. I'm gonna just kind of keep running down some of these missile units that are routing. Oh boy, yeah, we're getting crapped on right here by Pistoliers. Let's back up and let's mystify their miasma. Okay, how we doing against the routing missile units? Just clean them up. Okay, those are all cleaned up. All right, good. Let's ungroup these guys. Swing back this way. I kind of want to sit back for a second and see if we can get rid of these Pistoliers. Waiting for another miasma. I don't like just being shot by them, but let's take these units, run for this forest, work our way around, get the mortar. Crap, this Dryad unit got knocked out of position. Alright, let's go attack. Let's move in. Keep my Blade Guard firing here. And I want to intercept these units, swing around. Drycha should have a good opportunity for a Pit of Shades right here, which should be pretty brutal. Come on, Blade Guard. Get these guys out of the fight. Yep, I would say that Pit of Shades definitely got some work done. Let's go do some rear charges and some missile clearing. I'm going to take my weakest wolves and just go for the howitzer. There's a ton of crossbowmen back here that need to be dealt with. We're a little short on troops right now. Let's move forward over here. Yeah, come get these. Oh, my fell bats. Freaking crap. Air, stop forgetting the bats. They want to help you. Now we can summon some Dryads that we need badly right now as well. Let's use this right now too, because that'll take a lot of time off that cooldown. Let's get in here. And then Drycha can pendulum right here. Get a whole bunch more kills. What? Why did we lose our wolves? It's frustrating. Alright, bats, just get in here. Help Drycha clean that up. Alright, we've cleaned up this flank. Let's finish it. That's a general of the Empire there. Yeah, let's chase a few of these units. I don't want to chase with all of my units, but let's clean up some of these Stragglers, get over here after the crossbows. Yeah, the bats are at least doing their jobs now. I said fell bats. They're not fell bats. They're cave bats. Cave bats, folks. Gotta get it right here. Let's go help take care of that general. Alright. We have a chain route started. Perfect. Fun fight. Especially when I actually remember all my units. Good grief, the kills on those giant wolves. That is beautiful. Speeder says air sets an ambush within the forest reinforcement range. Also, air doesn't use the reinforcements. Yep. I do that kind of stuff sometimes. When I don't need it, I just go ahead and just practice controlling the one army. But yeah, you're right. You are right. The Great Skink Priest says, dude, this campaign is the highlight of the update, in my opinion. Drycha's mechanics look awesome. They are awesome. They are indeed awesome. I think it's pretty darn neat. I'm a big fan. I'm going to go ahead and do the replenishment here in case there's any other forces that decide to come attack us. We will need to try and take out Bechafen, but we certainly need a few more troops before we attempt such things. Let's get back into the Griffinwood, and we can begin to replenish. We don't have access to any regiments of renown, but we do have some wild spirits, and these great hawks would be very helpful as well. I'm going to get some of our folks here, our dryads. It's good. Aspect of the Willow has been working out very nicely for us. Very nicely indeed. Let's go with Endurance of the Oak. And let's see here. What else can we pick up? Yeah, I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't go ahead and grab some Great Hawks. They look to be very good. And we can afford the upkeep, so just tank up on them. We can't recruit anything else on this turn because we're not in the right stance. And I think that's about all we can do for now. Let's end this. Those hawks ought to actually be pretty helpful because Bechafen will be walled. And between the bats and the hawks, we should be able to fly over the walls and either attack crossbowmen or guns on the walls and mortars that may be hiding in the back as well. So they could be very handy for the siege battle. So definitely keep an eye on that. Heightened Glamour. So this will buff our elf units at the cost of upkeep for our tree units, or we can empower the treekin and it'll increase the upkeep cost, but empower our... Yeah, we're going to empower the treekin. Obviously makes more sense based on my army build at the moment. We're busy replenishing, and then, like I said, I'll go take a shot at Bechafen. I'm assuming we're probably going to have some vampire troubles at some point, though not yet. Not yet. The Griffinwood is fairly healthy. Fairly healthy. And let's take a look at our research. Bonus versus large for elf infantry, missile resistance for elf, grapevine buildings, casualty replenishment rate for all of our... Or hang on, was I working on... No, this is a different campaign where I was working on this one. Yeah, I think it would be smartest to do this right here. Yeah, let's work on that. Help cut some of the upkeep cost. Not a huge difference, but it's a difference nonetheless. Harlequin says, Dryads are perfectly made to cut down Skaven in ridiculous numbers. Lord Croak accepts your challenge and will be ramping up the delivery of pizza. The delivery of pizza. Yeah, Croak, when he delivers the pizza, it is serious. I agree. Croak is a otherworldly killing machine when it comes to infantry blobs. There's no doubt about it. I think we all saw that in my Gorok campaign with him sometimes getting over 1,000 kills. It was both ludicrous and wonderful all at the same time. Definitely ludicrous and wonderful. We could use some more malevolent treekin, and I have the money for it. These guys are going to be the tanks of our army, so they'll be very important. Let's pull them in. Give Drycha a little, hardened bark here in her army, so to speak. Let's get some extra magic reserves for Drycha. And, yeah, I think that's all we need to do for now. Let's end another turn. Let's see here. Shushan alone? Air, I think the phase from the Captain Crow that you missed, or the phrase from the Captain Crow that you missed was more Ratman Elf smoothie for the healthy forest. That's correct. We're going to make a slurry of fertilizer out of the liquefied remains of our enemies. And speaking of, Bechafen will have quite the garrison here. It should be entertaining. Manfred is trespassing, raiding even, but we'll ignore him for the moment. If Manfred knows what's good for him, he'll stay the heck out of the woods. I need to save some cash, though, because the next level here is 7440. We're not making a whole lot, so let's try and get some money to upgrade our glade. Yeah, we need to attack Bechafen. Forest health is still solid. We're gaining 2 every turn, and that will help a great deal. Here we go. Let's end this one. Senshi Bat says, Wober, the hooty owl that lands on the cruel son of Zeech, Crow Talker. Ever the prophet, Senshi. I love it. Ever the prophet. Sven says, how do you give units a general attack order? Good question, Sven. I will try to explain it when we get into the battle here soon. And no, you cannot have a peace treaty. That is a good question. You have to use hard groups. I will do my best to remember to show you how to do it here in just a moment. Jeremy Jacobson says, that sounds like a really fun idea along the lines of the all guns campaign garrison and all trees and animals, mortals are gross. Yeah, that would be kind of a fun challenge with this one. And we could probably do it later in this playthrough if I keep playing this playthrough. I don't know if I will or not, but I might. This would certainly give us a little more income. Let's just hold on. Yeah, I really wish you'd just go away, Manfred. That's not very helpful or necessary. Alright, let's attack Bechafen. They're going to have, like I said, a pretty decent garrison here. It's not great. It's not great. We're going to need some towers, though. I don't know about a battering ram, but let's start building some towers. I'll wait to build at least a few of them to help get our units on the walls. The Griffin wood, I'm going to not do any upgrades. I'm going to kind of keep saving some cash. Manfred, trust me, you don't want to do it. Cohen says, loving it, Air. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Cohen. Appreciate it. Thank you to everybody else who's here and watching, commenting. Really helps the channel a lot, by the way. If you all like the video, now watch the whole thing. If at the end of it you're like, hey, I like that video, click the like button. It helps a lot more than you think, and it's a big deal. And then commenting, giving me feedback. I try to pay it back by responding to it here as well. So commenting is also a big help and is always appreciated. So definitely thank you for the comments and the feedback, folks. I'm going to keep ending turns for just a little bit here as we do this siege. Let's see. Brasita Spartan says, holy heck, play more of this campaign. Yes, we will be. We will be. 70 Swooty says, wow, this DLC looks cool. Definitely would love to see more. Yeah, I'm going to play some more, at least for now. I know I have a bunch of campaigns going now, but it's honestly really easy to record these, you know, roughly 30 minutes at a time. It doesn't require hardly any editing, and it's really not bad. This is an interesting sword, but it causes chaos corruption. Fear, terror, magic attacks, discouraged. Ooh, man. Yeah. Plus 15 for 5 turns. You know, I'm gonna... I mean, that's a pretty sweet sword. I mean, it's a pretty sweet sword. I can't help myself. That's a pretty sweet sword. You don't usually give in to those type of things, but... Oh boy, yeah, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. We're gonna take some chaos corruption here. Oh well, we'll cleanse it out. We'll cleanse it out. How many more turns do I need? We got one set of towers. Oh, just a couple more turns here. Anthony Douglas says to destroy the Reichland. That would be fun, to go destroy the Reichland. It'd be fun to go clear out the, obviously the elves that would be our target, and, you know, like, clear out anything that looks kind of woodsy. Mike Ross says, loving this. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Blake Beckham says, Wood Mom. That's a fun name for her. It's kind of like Tree Marathi, right? In some ways, but I don't know. Probably with less debauchery. We'll see. Non-aggression pact. I don't see why we need a non-aggression pact. In fact, I can't really agree to that. I don't know if non-aggression is a thing that Drycha is capable of. She just seems like, if anything, she would be signing an aggression pact, where it's like, hey, let's sign an agreement, and I promise I'm going to hurt you. You know, just give me a few turns, and yeah, I promise that we will hurt you at some point in the near future. Alright, let's end this one. Let's see here. Shushan Alone says, Air, please at least try hard difficulty on the battles. I'll turn up the battle difficulty a little bit later into the campaign. Like that battle right there where we played, you know, it's fine. If you put that on hard, you end up with a battle that's not very fun sometimes, because like my treekin should be owning the Empire right now. That's the benefit of me recruiting them and using them properly. I get the benefit of being able to watch them own. If I just start turning up the battle difficulty, all it does is buff the enemy. They don't make smarter decisions. And so then it kind of undoes all the work that I do. And I will do that eventually when our army is quite a lot stronger. So that way it balances out the fact that the AI sucks a little more. But at the moment, there's really no reason for me to do that. And if you think about a later game, I'll still be using stuff like dryads and such. And the enemy may have access to far better units. Oh, I made too many towers. Whoops. Oh, well. Yeah. I don't want to put my archers in a tower, that's for sure. So yes, in a way it'll balance out later into the game anyway. I don't think you would really have to even worry that much about it. Let's get our archers in here just to move this out of the way for a minute. Okay. I love the Wood Elf towers, by the way, just the giant trees here. It's pretty entertaining. Let's see. There. Move that card over. I'm gonna use our tree to help tear down the gates. Fellbat. Oh, let's get our they're not fell bats, cave bats. Cave bats, cave bats, cave bats. Come on, Air. Let's group all these guys, and let's group our hawks and our cave bats at least. And let's get our treekin in a group. Big tree boy. Alright, let's start the deployment. Get our dryads on the walls. And let's take group 3 to bash the gates down. Let's move Drycha up here. And let's get our happy little flyers and go see if we can deal with... do they have any mortars? I don't see any mortars. So that is good. I may not have to worry too much then. I'll kind of just keep my distance away from some of these missile units for a second with the flyers and just bring them in when necessary. Or actually, no, this will work right here. Well, actually, I think once my dryads come out, then I'll take the flyers forward and we'll start to assault.
Orders, swiftly now.
Let's fast forward for a second. Okay, let's get you some close-ups here. See all my malevolent forest spirits here. Gonna go tear down the Empire gates. Let's watch the trees unload the malevolent dryads, who are all aspect with Willow. And quite angry, I might add. Here it comes. Unleash the wrath of the forest. Awesome. Alright, let's get group 2 to come start smacking some crossbowmen down. There are some halberds there protecting, which is unfortunate, so I may put some targeting on them. Can we pendulum on the wall? No, unfortunately not. But we can pendulum this unit and ruin it. Merry Christmas! Drycha hates you. Oh, it bounced off the walls. CA, please. Fix that crap. Let's go ahead and get our flyers off the walls and away from those halberds. Let's see. I don't want them to get too trashed in that fight. We'll kind of do a little hit and run stuff here. We definitely got some nice damage done. Nice damage. Let's see. Let's just finish off everything on the walls first. And let's see. Are the gates open? Sure looks like it. Yep. The gates are open. Let's plow through these initial spearmen. Let's see if we can use our mass. It's a little harder to use your mass to just bust through everything, but we'll attempt it. All right, Drycha, I need you up here. Group 3, Group 2, you can come land on these outriders. That would be spectacular. And then I need my cavalry to go ahead and group and get in the gates. Come in here as well. Here come the flyers. Alright, trees, get in the gates. Come on, get in here. Everybody in. Alright, let's use Drycha to clean this up. I don't think a Pit of Shades will hurt us much because we have single entity units. And let's see, let's make this even messier with the summon here. Get their outriders trapped. My Dryads cleansed the walls with relative ease. And let's see, we keep it up out here with the Glaive Guard. And let's land up here with the Flyers now. Help out on the walls while these units go ahead and start coming down. Alright, Drycha definitely helped us bust through. Let's put our new sword to use. I mean, it's gonna be pretty handy. I mean, I'm corrupting like the whole world just to use it, so might as well see what it can do. Let's get Group 4 over here. Chase this stuff down. Get our summons working that way. Alright, how's 2 doing? Alright, we cleansed all that. What else we got back here? Got some more outriders. Go chase them. 4. Clean up this little bit of stuff here. Yeah, Drycha's absolutely owning now. See the weapon strength here. Quite a bit of armor piercing. It's actually not bad. It's not bad. Let's get over here. Took this General of the Empire out of play. He might come back from routing. We'll see. There's a Empire Captain there as well. 4. I think the defenders are about to chain route. Let's get down here into this fight. Got Dryads over here. Dryads can get down from the wall. Alright, looks like we caught the Outriders over here. Get some free company militia back here as well. I don't expect that any of the Imperial units are going to stay in the fight for much longer. They're losing very badly. These Great Hawks are awesome. I mean, CA has a little too much blood here, but I mean, this is so cool. What a cool unit to add. And it's probably very simple for him because the model already existed for like Hawk Riders, and you already have a lot of the animation stuff. But still, really cool addition. And a great way to add something neat without having to spend much on the development of it. So, I mean, that's all in all a win, right? Should be a win, at least in my book. All right, that's it. So Bechafen has been tamed. Those Dryads, man, they just wreck Empire. Our Hawks did great. Treekin, nice tanks. And then Drycha got in and dropped the bomb all over their lord and defending units. So I'd say this was successful. Good episode. Carlos Benito says, to think about all the unique units in this game, monstrous mutated rats, dragons, reptilian beast, and what does Drycha have? Big wolves. Wolves that are big. I guess you could say she got the short end of the stick. I'm sure that was intended to be an extra pun there too, since she's a tree. You can say it's the short end of the stick. Those wolves are awesome. It may just be a wolf, but, I mean, dude, those wolves have some massive attack against unarmored units. They are really good. So, they may not look the coolest or be the most unique thing that ever got created, but they are pretty awesome. Pretty awesome indeed. There's nothing else we probably need to build here. Let's just go ahead and get the pottery. I mean, no one's going to trade with this, though. It just gives us 50 income. I don't know. Maybe we'll open trade with someone. I'll hang on to it just in case. That's going to be all the time we have for this episode. So we kind of pacified the invaders. We took Bechafen. That's going to destroy Ostermark. So the initial threat is gone. We want to continue healing the Griffinwood, which means that Kappelberg and Krugenheim are going to need to be next. That gave us the money to go ahead and upgrade our glade to a hollow, and we can also upgrade our vineyard and pick up some extra wine and some cash while we're at it. Or sorry, fertilizer while we're at it, because that's our currency. Thank you for all the comments, folks. Please feel free to leave me more. As I mentioned earlier, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more, stay subscribed. And if you want to be notified when there's a new video, feel free to click the bell. HeirofCarthage, signing out for now. I will see you next time.